Special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook for making this video possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Secure204 here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare Map to Build tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the JS Kaga. The JS Kaga is a helicopter carrier with a planned future conversion into an aircraft carrier. Officially classified as a multi-purpose operation destroyer, she's the second ship in the Izumo-Class of Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, the other being the JS Izumo. Her namesake arises from the Kaga province, in present-day Ishikawa Prefecture. The ship bears the same name and is slightly longer in length than the World War II era Kaga, an aircraft carrier produced in 1928 which participated in the attack on Pearl Harbor. Kaga and Izumo are the first aircraft carriers built by Japan since the end of World War II. Kaga was built as part of a wider Japanese military buildup triggered from heightened Sino-Japanese tensions regarding the contested ownership of the Shinnakasu Islands. So yeah, right in front of us we have the JS Kaga, which is pretty much the, main carrier used by Japan. As I mentioned, there are some conversion ideas and concepts going around in which the Japanese actually want to convert this into an aircraft carrier. Mainly, I think, carrying the F-35s. So, kind of an interesting idea for that, and now it kind of be the first time fixed-wing aircraft are actually allowed from a Japanese ship since World War II. But it definitely comes with the rising tensions there in the China Sea and all that stuff with, obviously China and, North Korea and all that stuff. Japan's starting to finally get more and more, ability to protect themselves with some of these upgrades for this carrier. Overall, it should be a pretty nice build to add to your Japanese fleet. We've kind of come up with a few destroyers here in recent times, so you'll have a nice kind of helicopter carrier aircraft to really kind of go with that. Those kind of more escort ships and destroyers. So should be a fun build in that sense, and should be a nice one to add, and hopefully in the future, once we actually see the modernized version, we can come back and revisit this and turn it to the proper fixed-wing aircraft carrier rather than the helicopter carrier version. Before we go and jump into this tutorial, though, I do want to go and give special thanks to Patreon supporter Derek Frost Westbrook. As always, if you're interested in supporting the channel more you already do, feel free to check my Patreon page. Link is always in my video description where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so, earn a viewer request to your choosing. It really helps support the work I do on my channel. It's really greatly appreciated, so definitely feel free to check that out. Again, links always in my video descriptions. With that, though, let's go ahead and dive in here to take a look here at the JS Kaga. So going ahead and getting started here, we have the front bow of the ship. Nothing too fancy. It's pretty straightforward. What's interesting about this ship is it does have kind of a little platform here, and it actually has a phalanx system there on the front, which is pretty interesting. As we work our way down the sides, we have obviously all the detailing here for the little catwalks and all that stuff, just various different, life-saving devices and all that stuff. So nothing too crazy going on there. And of course on the side here we do have some little openings where you can deploy some of their little rafts or lifeboats and stuff like that. So those are available kind of here and there on the side of the ship. And as we come to the back, we do have a couple more phalanx systems here on the back, again for that missile defense. On the other side here, again, we have some lifeboat deploy capabilities, lots of communication equipment, radio antennas, all that stuff. And we then have the one single elevator, so it does have one elevator on the ship entirely, and that's going to be over here on this right side. We then have the conning tower, basically the superstructure here, which is basically some smokestacks, obviously, again, communication equipment, radar, all that fun stuff located right in here. And as we continue down, just, again, some more detailing here along the sides of the ship. And that's really about it. It's a pretty straightforward ship, pretty minimalistic in design, but I mean, that's how most modern ships kind of are nowadays. Very minimalistic in terms of their overall design and all that stuff. But overall, she's a really nice looking ship. Came out really good, and again, it's going to make an awesome addition to your BAFTA build Japanese fleet for your modern kind of section, as we've kind of had a recent Japanese build up in these ships, and looking pretty cool overall. So without further ado, though, let's go and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layer, layer number 1. Alright guys, so moving into our first layer here, let me go ahead and start with layer 1. Now, a few things I do want to mention real quick is if you're completely new to my BAFTA build tutorials, for the first few layers here of the build, we will be going ahead and doing half on, half off. What this means is we're going to be going ahead and building the center layer of the ship and then the right side, and then it'll be up to you guys to take the right side, copy it over to the left side. Obviously, once we get to kind of around layer number 4 and from there on up, we do have some asymmetry to the build, so at that point in time we will be going ahead and doing basically the entire layer all the way around the ship together. But to that point, for the first few layers here, we're just going to go and do this technique, as both sides are going to be completely the same. So yeah, let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to make sure that we get this properly built in the water. Now, the ship here is does have a pretty kind of deep draft, so we want to make sure that this layer here, layer 1, is going to be basically 1 block underneath the water level. So you can see here this blue concrete represents the water level, and this here is where we're going to start this layer right here. Very important to make sure that's correct, because obviously if that is too high or too low in the water, it's going to look really weird. So just make sure that is good to go. Anyways though, for us to go ahead and get started here, we're going to place down 2 red concrete blocks, and then if you're on Java, we're going to place down a upside down piston. Now, if you're not on Java, instead of a piston, you can go ahead and place down a brick stair as a alternative, upside down. This piston here, we will be using a tool, a command tool on Java to modify that. So if you have commands turned on and access to them, then we'll be using them here in this situation. If not though, you're kind of out of luck. You'll probably have to use a brick upside down stair. Anyways, after that block there, we're going to go ahead and place down a long row of brick top slabs. It's going to be a total of 40 blocks down the center there for the ship. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and then continue on by going ahead and placing down a acacia wood trapdoor on the side of this second red concrete block. We're going to go ahead and then count back 1, 2, 3, 4, and our 5th brick slab. We're going to place down 2 acacia wood slabs. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, and 32. Brick top slabs back. I'm going to go and just double check the count here. And it should be 32 brick top slabs going back. At this point in time, we're going to go ahead and skip a space of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to go ahead and place down our brick top slab on your 6th space back. We can then delete those blocks, and we have this first row to the side here. Next row, going back up to the front here, we're going to count back 1, 2, 3, and our 4th brick slab here. We're going to place down 2 acacia wood trapdoors. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Brick top slabs back. 2 acacia wood fence gates, 2 end rods, and then our acacia wood fence gate, and another birchwood top slab. After that's done, going back up to the front here, we're going to go and go to our 4th brick slab back. We're going to place down acacia wood trapdoor, the second one back. We then want to go ahead and drop down from that acacia wood slab here with a brick slab, and then a acacia wood trapdoor. And on the bottom of that acacia wood trapdoor, we're going to place down a second trapdoor, like so. We're going to go then continue our acacia wood trapdoors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And then we're going to go ahead and again place down a brick slab that's going to come down like so. Then an acacia wood trapdoor. And just like that. And that right there is going to basically finish that off like so. And with that all complete, that is going to wrap up everything we have there for layer number 1. And yeah, we'll just copy what we did on the right side over to the left side. And this we should have for the top-down view. Anyways, though, that is going to conclude layer number 1 for the build. And with that, we'll move on up to layer number 2. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we go ahead and move into layer number 2. For layer 2, go ahead and get started with here. We'll place down a red stained glass paint on top of this block here, followed by a brick wall back, and then we're going to place down a row of 5 of red concrete going back, and that's going to do it for our front there. Moving to the rear of the ship, we're going to go ahead and go up from the brick top slab going back at an angle. We'll place down 2 red concrete blocks, and then a total of 3 brick top slabs. That right there is going to conclude our center line on both ends, and we'll go ahead and start working our way out to the sides. To begin with, we're going to go to our 3rd red concrete block from the front. We're going to place down a red stained glass pane, then 2 brick walls back. We're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red concrete blocks. We're going to place down 2 brick walls on the last 2 blocks, and then a red stained glass pane going forward. We're going to go ahead and then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red concrete blocks, 2 brick walls, 2 red stained glass panes. Then take our red concrete, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 red concrete blocks. Then we're going to go and place down 2 brick upside stairs, and then 2 brick top slabs like that. Then on the inside here, 2 red concrete blocks, and we're going to then place down a brick upside down stair and a brick top slab like that going back. So after that brick top slab, we're going to go then place down a brick wall like so. And then we want to go and then take our acacia wood trapdoors, go back 1, 2, 3, and 4 trapdoors back. On this side right here, we're going to go 1, 2, and 3 acacia wood trapdoors back. After that's all done, on the inside here, we're going to go and place down 1 and 2 red concrete blocks like so. We then want to place down a brick upside down stair like so. And then we're going to go and go back 1 and 2 brick top slabs, a red concrete block, and another brick top slab like so to wrap that up. Anyways, that right there is going to do it for what we have there for layer 2. You're going to take the same thing, copy it over to the other side. One thing to take note of is that on the inside here, you will have water. So you may want to go ahead and get rid of that. It's kind of up to you guys whether or not you want to. Not that big of a deal, not completely necessary, but just again, something that might be nice just to clean it up, or you can go ahead and fill this in with red concrete entirely as well. That's also another option to do. Anyway, so that is going to conclude what we have there for layer number 2. And with that, we'll move on to layer number 3. Okay guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down an andesite wall on top of this red stained glass pane, then a second andesite wall back from it. We then want to place down a row of 4 of stone blocks going back. After that's done, that's going to be our front center line. We're going to go and then go to the back. Just on the brick top slab here on the very back, we're just going to place down 1 stone block on top of it, and that right there is pretty much all you need to do, and that will basically make our back center line. At this point in time, we're going to start working our way out to the sides here. We're going to place down a light gray stainless pane, come out the side of the second stone block, 2 andesite walls, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 stone blocks. We're going to go then place down an andesite wall here, light gray stainless pane there, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 stone blocks back. Again, andesite wall, 2 light gray stainless panes going forward. We're going to go then place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 stone blocks back. On the right side here, we're going to place down 2 polished andesite blocks. Over on the left side, it's just going to be 2 stone full blocks. So there will be that one little difference there, but it's not that major. Just make sure you have the 2 polished andesite blocks. Again, that's going to be after this row of stone. That's going to be 12, and then you're going to have 2 polished andesite blocks, and you're going to continue your stone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 stone blocks back. So you're going to have a row of 12, 2 polished andesite blocks, and then a row of 16. Over here on this side, that row is going to be a full row of stone. That's going to be in total 30 blocks long. After that though, we're going to go then take our stone stairs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4 stone upside down stairs, and then a row of 5 of stone full blocks between those 2 stairs, or row 2 that should connect to the center point, and it should just go ahead and fill that whole back section in like so. At this point in time, we're also going to take some red concrete. We're just going to place it down on top of these blocks here, just to kind of close that area off. And once we have that all complete there, that is going to basically wrap up what we have there for layer number 3. So again, taking a look at it from above here, this we should have the top-down view. Obviously, again, you can fill this in with stone if you want to, just kind of make it look a little bit more nicer and filled in. But again, up to you guys, not completely necessary. At this point in time, though, we will be moving to a half-on, half-off. So what this means is that we will be building, or not half-on, half-off. This means that we'll be building the entire layer all together. So both sides will be built together as we start to get into some of our major differences here at this point in time. So that's it for the half-on, half-off, and we'll be moving on up to our first full layer, which will be layer number 4. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to begin with by placing down a stone block on top of this andesite wall here. And we're going to go and then place down a iron trapdoor going forward from it like so. We're going to go then go back from this stone full block with a total of 1, 2, 3 more blocks. After that, we want to go ahead and then place down a andesite wall to both sides here. And then we're going to place down 2 light gray stainless panes going forward from that. After that, we're going to go back from the walls, a total of 1, 2, 3, and 4 stone blocks. Over here, same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the outsides here, we're going to place down 1 and 2 light gray stainless panes. Over here, same thing, 2 light gray stainless panes. We're going to go then place down 1, 2, 3 stone full blocks back. Over here, same thing, 1, 2, 3. And the last 2 blocks, 2 glass panes, like so, to both sides. We're going to go then take our stone blocks. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sorry, 4 back. And over here, same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go then take our iron trapdoors, 1, 2, 3. Iron trapdoors, 1, 2, 3. Back. And on the insides here, we're going to place down black concrete just to close it off from the outside there. Make it look like it's a little bit more of like a gap or opening into the ship there. We're going to go then take our stone blocks. We're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Or rather, sorry, just 24 stone blocks back. Let me go and double check the count here, and it is going to be 24 blocks in total. On the right side here, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stone blocks back. We're going to go and then grab our polished andesite, place down 2 more blocks on top of these 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 stone blocks back from that. We then want to go ahead and place down an end rod on both sides here, and then after that end rod, we're going to place down a white bed on both sides. On the inside here from the white bed, we're going to take gray concrete. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and over here 1, 2, 3. Then take our stone blocks. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, and over here 1, 2, 3. We're going to go then take our stone full blocks. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 over from the left side, and then we're going to place down 2 andesite walls here in the center. After that's all complete there, that's going to pretty much wrap up the back, and with that, that is going to basically complete here. Actually, real quick before we do, little ahead of myself there, we did miss one thing, and that's going to be on the right side here. Now, we're going to go ahead and place down a glass pane here, and then we're going to replace these 4 stone blocks with polished andesite upside down stairs. So that's going to be the start of our elevator there, and then a light gray stainless pane right there like that. And that right there, we'll finish that off. And then lastly, for a bit of detail, we're just going to place down 3 stone buttons here on the side there of the rear of the ship. And with that all complete there, that's going to wrap up everything we have there for this layer. And again, we'll take an overview of what it should look like. This is again a top-down view of what this should look like with this layer complete. Anyways, though, with that all done, that's going to wrap up what we have there for layer number 4. And with that, we'll be moving on to layer number 5. Before we go ahead and move on to layer 5, I want to go ahead and make one quick addition to layer number 1 that I did forget to do. What we're going to do here is we're going to be going ahead and counting back 1, 2, 3, 4, and on your 5th acacia wood trapdoor back, we're going to place down an acacia wood sign on the side. We're going to go then place down a second sign, 3, 4, 5, and 6 signs along the side there like that to go ahead and kind of get us started there for the ship. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Pretty straightforward stuff, and that'll just be done on both sides there, like so. Anyways, though, with that out of the way, we can go ahead and now move on to our next layer, layer number 5. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 5. For layer 5 to go ahead and get started with here, we want to go ahead and begin by placing down an anvil here on the front on top of that iron trapdoor, followed by a skeleton skull coming off of that. We're going to go to the sides here of that anvil, and we're going to place down a stone top slab to both sides. We're going to then go back from the stone top slab with 2 stone full blocks, and then also a stone full block right here behind the anvil to close off any little spaces there like that. After that's done, we want to go and then grab ourselves an item frame, as well as a crossbow. We're going to place down an item frame on the side here of this stone full block, which actually is going to be a stone upside down stairs. So let me go ahead and grab that real quick. So this first block here is actually going to be an upside down stone stair. So my apologies on that. But we're going to place down an item frame on the front there of the stair, and then a crossbow in the item frame. And I'm going to rotate this around so that it faces downwards, like so, and kind of acts as our anchor there on the side of the ship. After that, we're going to go ahead and then grab our snow blocks. We can also use probably, actually I think would look better here, polished diorite. We're going to place down 2 polished diorite blocks on the side, 2 stone buttons like that for the carrier number there on the side of the ship. After that, we're going to go then place down 2 more stone blocks, going back on both sides there. We're going to go then place down 2 light gray stainless panes on the side of those stone blocks. And we're going to go and then take our stone blocks and go back from the glass panes 1, 2, 3, 4. Over here, same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4. We then want to place down a andesite wall, 1 and 2. Red stained glass panes forward, and over here, same thing, andesite wall, 2 red stained glass panes forward. We're going to go then place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stone full blocks along the side here. We're going to go then place down a light gray stained glass pane, then 1, 2, 3 stone blocks, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 light gray stained glass panes going forward, like so on the left side. Over on the right side, it's going to be pretty straightforward, just a row of stone blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, going back like so. We then want to take our levers. We're going to go to 3 and 4, place down 2 levers, like so, and then we're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4 levers like that after that. So basically like that along the side there of the ship, like so. Now at this point in time, over here on the left side of the ship, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves some gray concrete. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, then a end rod, like so, and then a white bed, like that. And that's going to be on the left side here. Over here on the right side, it's just going to be 1, 2, 3 stone full blocks. We're going to go ahead and place down one more, so you have a row of 4 on the right side here. Then we're going to place down 2 polished andesite blocks. And we're just going to go ahead and run this back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 stone blocks back to this point here. We're going to go ahead and place down a stone block that comes off that glass pane there to the side. We then want to take our polished andesite stairs, and we're going to place down a row of 4 of upside down. Another stone block here, and then 1 out to the side. We're going to go then place down 1, 2, 3 gray concrete blocks. We then want to take a stone top slab, as well as a fence gate and some iron trapdoors here. We're going to place down a stone top slab here, a birchwood fence gate, and another stone top slab, and then 1, 2, 3 stone blocks toward the back there. Now coming off of that, we're going to go and take our iron trapdoors. We're going to place down a row of 3, and then a stone top slab right there. So that's going to be the right side there, kind of complete. And actually, real quick here, this is not going to be a stone top slab, but rather a stone upside down stair here, like so. After that, we're going to go ahead and place down an iron trapdoor here, a stone upside down stair, a stone upside down corner stair, and then another stone upside down stair coming with the corner stair, like so. And we're going to leave that alone for right now. After that's all done, we're going to go ahead and now work our way on the left side. The left side here, we want to go ahead and take our stone blocks. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. So basically all the way back along the side there. We're going to go ahead and grab our glass panes and our stone blocks. We're going to place down, first off, a row of 1, 2, 3 glass panes, then a stone upside down stair, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 glass panes, stone upside down stair, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 glass panes, stone upside down stair, glass pane, stone upside down stair, stone corner stair, stone upside down stair. Then taking our stone blocks, we're just going to go and do a row across, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to take iron trapdoors, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 iron trapdoors across, like that. At this point in time, if you are on Java, we'll go ahead and use the command /give space @p Minecraft :debug _stick. Using this command right here, press enter, and we'll get this glowing stick here. What's cool about this item here is we can go ahead and go to this side here. We can actually change the properties of these glass panes. Now this may take some messing around with, but you can actually change the direction that the glass pane extends, even if it's not connected to a full block. So by left clicking, we get selected, and it should say a direction, and it should say false. By right clicking it, it should say to true, and it may take some messing around with depending on the orientation of your ship. You may have to mess around with this a little bit, but we're going to basically do this for all the glass panes here along the side of the ship, and it's just kind of going to help make the flow of things a lot better on the side here. So again, this may take some messing around with on your end, but you can see here we're just picking the direction that the glass pane we want the glass pane to extend in, and just right clicking like so, and it extends and connects up. So you can see it's connecting up to stone stairs there along the side, and it's also connecting up to basically nothing right there in this section here. So really nice tool to make things really nice there, and just kind of clean things up on the side of the ship. One thing also I want to go ahead and mention is that up here in the front, this piston here that we forgot to touch, this right here, we're going to go ahead and left click the piston, and we're going to go ahead and left click it until we get selected extended false. By right clicking it, it'll get rid of that wood portion there, and it kind of helps with the transition there for a smoother bulbous bow there in the front. Anyways though, with that all complete, that is going to wrap up everything we have there for this layer. Taking a look at it from above, this is what we should have for the top down view, and with that, that is going to conclude everything we have there for layer number 5. So with that, let's go ahead and move on to our next layer, layer number 6. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 6. Layer 6 here is probably going to be our kind of biggest layer, as we do have basically all the preparations here for the flight deck come into play. So with that, let's go ahead and dive into it. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start off with our front here. We're going to place down a stone block on top of the anvil, and we're going to go ahead and place down a stone upside down stair. We're going to go ahead and then place down one more stone upside down stair out to both sides there across the front. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and place down a stone corner stair coming off the sides there of those stone upside down stairs. We then want to go ahead and go back along the side here with a total of 2 stairs, so 1, 2, and over here 1, 2, just like that. We're going to go then take our stone full blocks, and we're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stone full blocks back, and same thing over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to go then take our glass panes, or rather we'll start off with a andesite wall. We're going to place down an andesite wall here. Then we're going to go ahead and go forward for our glass panes, 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3 skeleton skulls. Over here on the other side, it's going to be the same thing. Andesite wall, 1, 2, 3 glass panes, and then 1, 2, 3 skeleton skulls, like so. However, at this point in time, over here on the right side only, we're going to go to this stone block, so our fourth from last. We're going to place down 2 polished andesite blocks, like so, and that's going to be only here on the right side. And we can go ahead and then fill in the inside here with stone. Now we will need to fill this in because we will have basically carpets on top of this for all the flight deck markings. So this whole thing will need to be filled in like so. Anyways though, after that's done, we're going to go ahead and then go back from this andesite wall with a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 stone full blocks back. I'm going to go and double check my count here. And it is going to be 9. We then want to go ahead and grab some stone slabs and some black concrete. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3 stone top slabs, and then we're going to place down 3 black concrete blocks behind those top slabs. Then again, taking our stone blocks, we're going to go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or sorry, 7 a stone top slab, black concrete, and then take our stone blocks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stone blocks, stone top slab, black concrete. And then again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stone full blocks, stone top slab, black concrete, and then just 1 and 2 stone blocks there to the back. Now, after that's all done, we want to go ahead and then focus on some of the detail here on the side, which is going to begin with a light gray stainless paint here, and then an andesite wall. We then want to go ahead and place down a grindstone, which is going to be right here on top of this glass pane. And this glass pane, we're actually going to swap out for a stone stair. So we're going to go and swap this out real quick. So a stone stair here, and then there should be a glass pane right here. Now we can use our debug stick again from that we used in the previous layer to do the same thing, to just go ahead and kind of connect our glass panes there to that stair, kind of create a nicer, cleaner connection. After that though, we're going to go then grab iron trapdoors. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 iron trapdoors. On the first 4, we're going to place down item frames on the side here, like so. And then in those item frames, we want to go ahead and place down white beds. So I'm going to place down 1, 2, 3, and 4. And you can see they're all rotated on their side. Then we're going to go ahead and grab some birchwood signs, and we're going to place down 1 and 2 signs. One thing to note also for us Java players is we can also place down birchwood signs on the side of the iron trapdoors with the item frames, and the item frames will not break. So kind of a nice way there to add a little more detail there to the side. And again, that's going to be only for Java players. If you're on a different version, you're going to have to only place down the item frames, and the signs won't be able to be placed. So just keep that in mind there. Once we get to this point here, we're going to go ahead and take our redstone repeaters. We're going to place down 1, 2, facing that direction like so. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a wither skeleton skull. We're going to place down a wither skeleton skull here, and then an end rod to the side. We're going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 iron trapdoors. We're going to place down 4 item frames on the first 4. Again, white beds in those item frames. So rotate on their sides like so. And then we're going to go and again take our birchwood signs here, and we'll be putting those to use on the sides here of these blocks. So just like this, all on the side there. Then we're going to place down birchwood signs here again on these 3 iron trapdoors. This section right here, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves another repeater, and we're going to place down a repeater on this stone block like so. Then continuing on, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 iron trapdoors. Our first 3 are going to have item frames with our white beds. And again, Java players will place a birchwood sign there on the sides. And then the remaining 5 iron trapdoors, or sorry, remaining 4, will have birchwood signs. Then this section here, we're going to place down another redstone repeater, like that. Then taking our iron trapdoors, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, our 3 item frames. Those are going to have white beds in them. And again, birchwood signs for Java. And then we'll just go ahead and place down birchwood signs here on the remaining 5 iron trapdoors going back. After that, we're going to go then grab a wither skeleton skull. We're going to place down one right here. And then an end rod coming off of it. Then another birchwood trapdoor here. Another an iron trapdoor. And then a birchwood sign. And then we're just going to place down a skeleton skull right here coming off that stone block. And that's where we're going to go and stop that for right now. And that's going to complete the left side there for the build. Going over to the right side, we have a little bit more kind of going on here. So this is going to be starting off with some stone full blocks, which we're going to place down a row that is going to be a total of 10. So we're going to go back from this wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stone full blocks. Now we then want to go and grab some stone brick top slabs, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 along the side here of these first 3 stone full blocks. On the inside here also, we're going to go ahead and place down 2 polished andesite blocks right there in that section, like so. We then want to take our iron trapdoors, or rather actually, sorry, our stone slabs, and we're going to place down a row of 1 and 2 stone slabs, and we're going to go ahead and place down birchwood signs on the side of those slabs, as well as a stone brick top slab. And then we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 4 of stone slabs. So 1, 2, 3, 4 birchwood signs again on the side of those slabs. Just like that. After that's done there, we want to go ahead and then take our black concrete and stone. We're going to place down a black concrete block like this, followed by stone, then 2 black concrete, then a stone block, then it's going to be 2 black concrete, a stone block, 2 black concrete, stone block, 2 black concrete, stone block, and then again 2 black concrete and a stone block like so. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some gray wool. And along the inside here, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 gray wool like that. On the very outside here, we're going to go ahead and grab iron trapdoors. And we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 iron trapdoors along the side here. 2 stone blocks right here. Light gray stainless paint coming off that stone block there. And again, we're going to take our polished andesite stairs, place down a row of 4 going across there like that. Another 2 stone blocks here, and another glass pane like that to the side. We're also going to go ahead and grab our iron trapdoors. We're going to place down a row of 4 across the center here, a second row of 4, and then a third row of 4 like that to go ahead and make our elevator. After we have that complete there, we're going to go and then take our birchwood fence gates. We're going to place down a fence gate here, open it toward the center. End rod, another birchwood fence gate, and then 1, 2, 3 stone blocks behind those. We're going to go then place down another stone block here, and then that's going to be followed up with a skeleton skull on the right side. And then another stone block right here, a birchwood trapdoor, and a birchwood sign like that. And then in the corner here, a stone block, and again a skeleton skull like so. At this point in time, we want to go and then build 1 and 2 blocks going in toward the center here on the back of the ship. In the center here, we're going to place down a blast furnace, like so. Then along the whole row across the back, we're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 birchwood trapdoors. And we're going to place down birchwood signs all the way along those trapdoors. Now this next section here is going to kind of depend on what version of Minecraft you're on. Now if you are on a version other than Java, I would recommend probably using some snow blocks or something of that sort. Smooth quartz can also work. But basically what we're going to do here is we're going to make our kind of phalanx systems. And the snow blocks here could work for it. They're a little big and they're not perfect, but that's a good alternative if you are not on Java. However, on Java here, we're going to go ahead and use a direct wall. We're going to place it down here in the corner. And we're going to go ahead and build a block out to the side of it with a space of 1 in between that block and that wall. We're going to place down a tripwire hook on the side of that block there, and we're going to use our debug stick. We're going to left click the debug stick until we get selected facing, and it should say a direction. We'll go ahead and then right click our lever there until it actually connects up to, or it looks like it connects up to our wall right there. And that's going to kind of make our phalanx system. And we'll do that for both sides here. And it's just kind of a nicer overall design for said system. And just works really well for it. Again, that's an alternative to using the snow block. Again, for players that are not on Java. And unfortunately, you don't have that, cool tool to use. But yeah, that right there is kind of what you can do for the sides there for those phalanx systems. In addition, one thing I would also like to cover is we do want to go ahead and go to this section here. We're going to place down 2 polished andesite full blocks, just like that in this section on the right side there. And again, that'll be only on the right side. Now, if that's all done, this is what it should look like for the top-down view. At this point in time, we will now go ahead and fill the inside in here with stone. So, real quickly, I'll fill it in like so. And this is what we should have for the top-down view with this layer complete. Again, make sure that's all filled in with stone because we will be placing down carpet on top of that, so it is essential to have this layer, at the very least, filled in completely on top. Anyways, though, that is going to wrap up everything we have there for layer number 6 of the build, and with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, layer number 7. So real quick, before we move into layer 7, I do want to cover one thing we also forgot to do on the front of the ship here, and this is going to be going ahead and going to the middle 3 stone stairs here. We're going to place down item frames and black concrete in those item frames, as well as taking some birchwood signs, and we're just going to place down birchwood signs there, like that, across, again, for us Java players. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and throw that on real quick, and that right there will pretty much complete what we have there for that front. Anyways, let's go ahead and move into the ship itself. So for this layer, layer 7, we're going to start off by placing down a stone block. That'll be located right here. We're just going to leave that as is for right now. And then we're going to go back from the stone block with 2 white carpets here. We're going to go ahead and skip a space over, 2 white carpets on this side. What we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and go back to this section here. We're going to go ahead and go, basically we have those 2 polished andesite blocks. We're going to go over, and from this row 2 here, it's going to be your 4th block back. We're going to place down 2 white carpets again. We then want to grab our yellow carpet, and we're going to go ahead and place down a row of yellow carpet that's going to start on this glass pane. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 over like so, and actually, sorry, 5. We're going to then go back 1, 2. Then we're going to place down a white carpet, yellow carpet, and then a white carpet. We're going to go over from this white carpet, 1, 2, 3, 4. We then want to place down 1, 2, 3 white carpets, then 1, 2 coming off that center of that row 3, and then 1 white carpet here coming off to the side here like so. So it should look something like that. After we have that done, we're going to go ahead and then skip a space from this white carpet here in the center. We're going to place down 2 white carpets, skip an airspace, then 1, 2, 3, 4. From this 4th one here, we're going to go ahead and go 1, 2, 1, 2 out to both sides. And this 1 white carpet on the very outside here, we're going to place down a yellow carpet forward, white carpet here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 yellow carpet forward. There's going to be a white carpet here in this corner here, white carpet here, and then 1 forward like so. Then going back from the center here, we're going to go ahead and do basically the same thing. So skip a space, 2 white carpets, skip a space, 1, 2, 3, 4 white carpets, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 yellow, 1 white, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 white. White carpet in this corner, white carpet here, and then 1 that goes off that as a diagonal. This here is going to be a little bit different. We're going to go ahead and skip a space, white carpet, skip a space, 2 white carpets, or actually, sorry, 4. Then again 2 out to both sides, yellow carpet, white carpet, then 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow carpet. White carpet here in the corner, white carpet here, and 1 out to the side there at an angle. Then same thing, skip a space here, white carpet, skip a space, 1, 2, 3, 4, white carpet, 1, 2, 1, 2, yellow, white, 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow, white carpet in the corner, white carpet in this corner, 1 going over at an angle like so. And then taking our yellow carpet, we're just going to place down 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 over. We're going to place down a white carpet here, and 1 on the back here, like so. On top of this furnace, we're going to place down 2 end rods that go up like so. And that's going to kind of do it for the majority there of your deck markings. Now, we will also go up to the front here. We're going to go ahead and go on the right side. We're going to place down 2 end rods up from this skeleton skull here. We're going to go and then grab ourselves a skeleton skull, redstone repeater, and some iron bars. We're going to place down a skeleton skull here, followed by a iron bar. And we're going to go and then go up from the iron bar, 1, and then out at the side at an angle. And we're going to go and do that one more time, going up like that. And then we're also going to place down a redstone repeater right there. We then also want to place down a skeleton skull on top of this stone brick slab there. After that's done, we're going to go ahead and then place down a andesite wall on top of this stone slab, and then a skeleton skull on top of said wall. We're going to go then place down a stone block on top of this first black concrete block, and we're going to go then take our light gray stainless panes and place it down one on both sides. Now at this point, we're going to go back from the stone block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16 blocks in total back. So in total, this should be 17, or row 17. We're going to go ahead and place down our glass panes all the way along the side here, using light gray. So again, all the way along the side of the ship, and over here, same thing. So just like that. And then after we have that all done there, that's going to kind of start our bridge or conning tower, however you want to refer to it. And then going back to this section, or rather the side here of that conning tower, we're going to start off by going ahead and placing down a row of 5 of birchwood signs. So we're going to start on the second one here. We'll place down a birchwood sign, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to go then place down a skeleton skull. Then we want to go ahead and grab an end rod. We're going to place down an end rod, then another skeleton skull, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 birchwood signs along the side there. We'll then take our white carpet, and we're just going to go ahead and place down a white carpet on top of this section here, so the square here. We're going to go and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, like that, to go ahead and kind of fill in this box here. And on the inside, we'll just fill this in with gray carpet, like that. And then at this point in time, we're also going to go ahead and place down 1, 2, 3, 4 gray carpet there to kind of close that area off. And then we'll grab our iron bars here. We're going to place down an iron bar on top of this stone block here, as well as a gray carpet right there. And we then want to go ahead and go from this end rod, or I should say iron bar, up at an angle like so, and then up one more like that at an angle for a row of 3 there. We're going to go then grab chains, and we're going to do basically the same thing on the top of this fence gate. So I'm going to place down a chain here, and it's going to go up and out to the side here like so. Then after that, we want to go ahead and place down a diorite wall on top of this end rod. We're going to place down 3 chains going up, then 3 iron bars going up like that. We then want to go and take our gray carpet, and basically at this point in time, for the rest of the deck, wherever we have stone blocks, not the polished andesite, make sure you don't cover those up, we're going to just place down our gray carpet. So we're just going to go and go around the entire deck, and on all these stone blocks, we're just going to go ahead and place down gray carpet. And once we get to a section like this, we're also going to place down our gray carpet on top of those stone walls, and we're going to go ahead and only place it on top of this stone wall here. Over here on this side, it's going to be on top of this stone, or this andesite wall, and this glass pane right there. And then the rest of this will just kind of be filled in here. Again, make sure you don't cover up those polished andesite full blocks. And once we have that all filled in like so, that right there is going to basically conclude what we have there for layer 7. As you can see, your ship's really starting to come together. We're starting to see that those deck markings and kind of just the general look of it all really starting to kind of piece together and all that stuff. So with that, that is going to conclude everything we have there for layer 7 of the build. And with that, let's go ahead and move up to layer number 8. Moving on up to our next layer, we have layer 8. Should be a pretty simple, straightforward layer to do. To get started with here, we want to go ahead and begin with by placing down a diorite wall on top of this block here, or whatever you did for the failing systems there in the back corners. But we're going to do the same thing we did up here for us Java players, and use our debug stick here. And boom, just like that, we have our front failing system complete. Now at this point in time, we're going to go back to this section here, start work on our conning tower for the ship. This is going to begin with a grindstone right here, which I believe is kind of a missile system, if I remember correctly, for the ship. Then a gray carpet, and then we're going to go and place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 stone blocks down the center here. For the very front here, we're going to go and grab some stone stairs. We're going to place down 2 stone upside stairs on both sides like so. We're going to go then take our glass panes, and we're going to run this all the way along the row of stone until we get to this last block here. Same thing over here, just like that. After that's done, on the very back here, we're going to go and take our gray carpet. We're going to place down 2 gray carpets down the center. We then want to place down a direct wall on the left glass pane there. And to the right side there, we're going to go ahead and grab our iron bars. We're going to place down one here, then go up with one like this, and another one up to the side there like so. So you have your iron bars just like that. And once that's all complete there, that is going to basically wrap up everything we have there for layer 8. Again, top-down view, what it should look like. Pretty simple stuff. And with that, we'll be going ahead and moving into our next layer, layer number 9. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 9. For layer 9 to go ahead and get started with, the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to go ahead and go to this glass pane right here. We're actually going to place down 1, 2, and 3 iron bars up from that glass pane like so. Anyways, after we have that done, we want to go and then grab ourselves some stone stairs. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3 stone stairs, and then one here going back on both sides. In the middle, we'll place down a stone block. Now around those stone stairs, we're going to place down iron frames all the way around. We're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some black beds. We're going to place down black beds in the side iron frames with the pillows facing toward the sides, so away from the middle there. And over here, same thing. Then we want to place down a black bed in these iron frames here. Again, pillows rotated so that the pillows are toward the outsides like so. And then in the center there, we're going to go ahead and place down a black concrete block like so. We then want to place down a birchwood sign going along the face here of these stairs, just like so. And again, that'll be for us shallow players. Then after we have that done, we want to go and then place down a full block right here. We're going to place down a skeleton skull coming off that block. Then we can delete the block like so. We'll then take our gray carpet and we're going to place down a gray carpet here right after that. Then a row 2 of stone blocks. Then coming off the stone blocks on both sides, we're going to place down glass panes. Now we're going to go then take our iron frames. We're going to place down 2 iron frames on the side there of those glass panes. And we're going to go and then place down black beds in the iron frames like so. Same thing will be done over here on this side as well. Then we want to go and grab ourselves a lever. We're going to place down a lever going back like so. If you're on Java, you can also place down an item frame right here. And in that item frame, we can place down a glass, a gray glass pane to kind of help keep that gray color a little bit more. It doesn't work too well, but I mean, it just adds a little bit something there, that's for sure. Then we're going to place down a gray carpet. And again, same thing for us Java players. We'll place down an item frame here, gray carpet, or a gray stained glass pane. And then we're going to place down a birchwood fence gate on top of it and have that opened up toward the rear. Then a stone block behind that, or 2 stone blocks back from that fence gate there. And to the sides there, we're going to place down 2 like gray stained glass panes. Again, item frames and then black beds in those item frames like so. Then we're going to place down 2 more stone blocks going back. We're going to go then place down 2 andesite walls on both sides. And then on the last wall, and then the 3 sides here, and then this wall here, obviously, we're going to place down our item frames. And we're going to go and take our black concrete and place it down in those item frames around there like so. And we'll also take our birchwood signs and use this to help make this look a little bit nicer for us Java players. And right there will basically wrap up that, and we pretty much have the that section done. So layer 9 is pretty much complete. And at this point in time, we're going to go ahead and just move into our final layers of our build, which will basically be putting all the instruments and stuff on top and the mass and all that stuff. So with that, let's go ahead and move into our last final layers. Alright guys, moving into our last final layers, we have layers 10 through 15. For these layers, to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down a daylight detector on top of this stone block, turn that to night mode. We then want to place down a direct wall on the right side here, and then a grindstone over here on the left side. We're going to go then place down another stone block here in the center, another daylight detector to both sides, turn those to the night mode, and then a skeleton skull come off the side there of those daylight detectors. After we have that done, we also want to go and grab a birchwood sign, and we're going to place down a birchwood sign here on the side here of the daylight detectors, like this, going toward the back. And then we're going to place down an end rod on top of this skeleton skull right here. We're going to go and then go up with another stone block. We're going to place down a lever on these 2 sides like that, and then a skeleton skull on the side facing forward and the side facing back. We're going to go then place down a stone stair on top of that block, and then we're going to place down 2 end rods out to the sides there, like so. After that, going back, we're going to place down a skeleton skull here, going back from the stair. Then on top of that, we want to place down an andesite wall. So we'll place down 1 on top of this skeleton skull here, and then we go forward with the skeleton skull, And then we're going to place down a birchwood fence gate to both sides, open it toward that wall there. And then on top here, we're going to place down another fence gate, open this up toward the back, another end rod on top. And then we want to go and then place down a iron trapdoor like this, coming out both sides here at the fence gate. So just like that to go and make that mass. After that's done, we then want to grab ourselves some barrier blocks. And we're going to place down 1 and 2 barrier blocks on both sides there. We're going to go and grab our stone buttons. We're going to place down 1, 2, 1 on the side, 1, 2, 1 on the side. We're going to go and then drop down from this button here on both sides. And then we're going to go and place down 2 stone buttons. So 1, 2, and 1, 2. And then going ahead and dropping down from this button, we're going to place down 1 more on both sides, and then a stone button that will be on this side here. So just like that. After that, we want to go and then place down 2 wither skeleton skulls. So 1, 2 down the center here. And we're going to go and take our iron bars, and we're going to place down 1, 2, 3 iron bars on the left side here. Right side here, we're going to place down an iron bar here. We're going to go up and out to the side, up and out to the side there, like so. So there's 3 iron bars there. And we also want to take our chains, and we're going to place down a chain here on top of this button, then go up again, 1 up to the side there, like so. So you have those 2 chains like that. After that's done, we want to go and then place down a snow block on top of this lever here. So just like that. And we're going to then grab a direct wall, and we're going to place down a direct wall on top of this fence gate like that. On top of the direct wall, we're going to go and place down a skeleton skull, like so. Then taking our wither skeleton skulls, we're going to place down 2 on these stone blocks. We're going to go and take our iron bars. We're going to place down an iron bar on top of this glass pane. Again, go up at an angle out to the side, up again at an angle like that out to the side. We'll then take our chains, chain here, up, chain, and up to the side there with another chain like that. Then on the back here, we're going to go ahead and place down a iron trapdoor on top of this stone block. We'll then take a redstone repeater, place it down on top here like so. And then just 2 iron bars going up from this inside wall there in the corner. And once we have that all complete there, that is going to basically wrap up everything we have for layers 10 through 15. And with that, that is going to wrap up my design here for the JS Kaga Izumo-Class helicopter carrier. Hope you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using this build, I do ask that you guys give me proper credit for it. This can be anything from a side of the build, link to my channel or this video if this does appear on social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for it, you're free to use it for projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, all that fun stuff. Again, a big special link to Patreon support Derek Frost Westbrook for making this tutorial possible, and as always, feel free to check my Patreon page, link is always in my video descriptions. With that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Garrett204, and I'll see you guys next time.